And I'm Jack Godfrey with Southdale Wellness. And this is Beginner Qigong. We're in the spring season, even though there's a bit of snow falling out of the sky at the moment. One of these days it will stop and we'll get on with the grass. Well, our grass pretty much stayed green all winter. So enough of the rambling on about that. In today's class, we're going to be working on the 8 pieces of brocade, and we're going to interleave in amongst those 8 movements some balance postures. So there's 2 different sorts of balance postures. There's the static type, which is what the name I picked for it, where you have both feet on the ground and you're doing other things to work on your balance. And then there is what I call dynamic balance. You have one foot on the ground. And so when you're doing this sort of stuff, you got to be careful to make sure that you keep your balance. So you want to have some sort of assist. If you have one available, you might want a yoga block. And as well, I've got a chair over here that's to help with your balance, especially in the dynamic stuff. You don't want to end up falling over. And that's one of the things about balance here in Canada. The leading cause of people going to the hospital is falling down on a nice flat surface and breaking a hip, a leg, an arm, whatever. And they tend to be the longest stays in the hospital as well. And this was a study that was done a bunch of years ago when they're talking about that. But anyway, enough about that. After all this dashing for stuff I forgot, let's get started with our beginner Qigong practice. 8 pieces of brocade and balance. All right, so we're going to start with pulling down the heavens. So it's inhale, gather the qi from the earth, bring it up to the heavens, stretching the fingers away from each other. Look to the opposite hand, and exhale, draw the qi down in to the brass basin. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. All right, and now the 3-part breath for today. We're looking at, inhale in the abdomen, inhale into the ribs, and inhale up here at the collarbones, and exhale completely. So an important point with this is a nice deep diaphragmatic breathing. We're expanding the abdomen, so we're breathing as deep as we comfortably can. The next 2 breaths are sips, so it's just a tiny breath because we're pretty full already. And so so you want to breathe in short and sharp, that sort of thing. So it's not, guys, we haven't got any left. And what this does, that short, sharp breath, is causes the small air sacs in the lungs, a bunch of them collapse over time. And so if we want to improve our lung capacity, this short, sharp inhale will help open those sacs up and allow us to get more oxygen in and more carbon dioxide out. And the more we can get rid of the carbon dioxide, the healthier the body will be. With all those thoughts in mind, let's give it a go. So here we go. Inhale. And the coughing indicates that we've been able to open up some of those air sacs, and the lung kind of twitched a bit when that happened, and we end up coughing. Let's do a couple more. Excuse me. Last one like this. And now we're going to do our standing posture for the spring season. And the element that we're working on as part of this season is wood. And so we're standing like a tree. We want to have our feet more or less under our hips and the feet pointing straight ahead. Put the weight in the toes. Put the weight in the heels. We're discovering where we're at in our feet. We want to become more aware of what's going on with the soles of our feet. And now we bring equal weight to the heels and to the toes. Bend the knees. Push the toes into the earth. Push the heels into the earth. Grab the hips. Push down with the thumbs. Draw the tailbone into the body. Pull the belly button in. Lift the ribs. Lift the chin. Gaze to the horizon. Now bring the hands up about shoulder height. Bring them out to the side. Bring the shoulder blade, the elbows together behind the back, which brings the shoulder blades together and opens the front of the chest. Now we bring the hands up. We want to have them about the same height, the center of the palm about the same height as your eyes. And you want to have the hands, the wrists, roughly in line with the toes. So we're not trying to be way out here, nor are we trying to get the hands behind the shoulders. So you want to be able to just barely see them. Inhale, we push into the breeze that's blowing in our face. Exhale, we let the breeze push us back onto the small triangle, the heel. Inhale, the weight goes into the toes. That's the small triangle. The weight drifts back on the heels on the exhale, the large triangle. So inhale, exhale. Two more breaths. And we'll let the arms come on down. And now we're going to do our warm-up sequence here. And so we start with shaking the 9 gates. The elbows, the wrists, the shoulders go up and down. We add in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. And then we turn and look over the shoulder, inhaling. Exhale. And if you can add tapping your heels, that helps as well. We'll do one more cycle. Inhale. Exhale as we look over the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale as we look over the other shoulder. And now, back to the front. Next is our swinging arm series. So we start with tapping the ribs, tapping the hips. And this is dragon shakes whiskers. Turn the head, look over the shoulder. Keep the hips facing front. Two more like this. That's one. Last one. And now, cleaning the dragon's whiskers, you come to the shoulder. And the other hand comes to the kidney. So back of hand to kidney. Palm to the shoulder. So two more of these. One last one. And now flinging sleeves. Hands down in front. And up and back. The shoulders and the wrist at the same height. And we look at the thumb that's behind us. right, 2 more. This is 1 and the last one. And we come on around back to the front. And now we're going to do our side body stretches here. So you get a bit of this going on. Take this foot out to the side a little bit. Lift the toes if you're comfortable with that. This hand pushes across and pushes the hips. This hand brings the torso towards the horizon. Inhale, we switch sides. Exhale. Inhaling. We're looking for a stretch from the shoulder through the hips down to the ankle. So 2 more like this. Last side. All right, so that was our warm-up stretch. Now we're going to work on the 8 pieces of brocade, but in there we're going to interleave a bunch of balancing movements. First of all, we're going to do double hands, hold up the heavens. So you interlace the fingers. Push down to the earth on the exhale. Inhale, you come up to the heart. Exhale, we push to the horizon. Inhale, we come to the crown. Exhale, we push to the heavens. Lift the heels if that works for you. Inhale here. Exhale, we slide to the side, shoulders one above the other. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders touching the wall behind. And then inhale, we push up. We turn, look over the shoulder. Nice twist in the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the opposite way. Look over the shoulder behind you. Inhale. Exhale. We look up as the hands come down. Again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do 2 more cycles. Exhale, pushing to the earth. Inhale, push to the horizon. Inhale, push to the heavens. Exhale, we slide to the side, pushing to the right. Exhale, pushing to the left. Then exhale, we push up and we turn, twisting the spine, looking over the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Last one of these. So exhale, we push down. Inhale, we push to the horizon. And we watch the hands as best we can. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So looking at, and now we're going to look at some balance stuff here. And the first part we're going to look at is the sort of the fundamentals, the foundation stuff. So for our balance to work, we need to be aware of where's the weight in our feet and where are our feet actually in relation to our body. So there's a small triangle, so you shift the weight forward into your toes, keep the heels on the earth. A small triangle, big toe, little toe, and the ball joint just behind the big toe. A large triangle is the big toe, little toe, and heel. So we shift the weight back. And you can see better from the side here. So small triangle, we drift forward onto the toes. Large triangle, we drift back. And if you go too far, you're going to have to take a step back. So you want to make sure that you're in control here. So we drift forward, weight in the toes. We drift back, weight in the heels. It's not a big movement. But as we get older, and the older is like 33, 28, that sort of thing, we begin to lose track of where's the weight in our feet. And it becomes we don't really think about it anymore, and we become less stable. So in all of our movements in Qigong, Tai Chi, we're continually shifting our weight into the toes and into the heels to help rebuild our connection with our feet. So that's the first foundation thing, the small triangle, large triangle. And the next one is dragon's back and turtle back. And again, from the side, it looks like this. So we lift the tailbone, we lift the ribs, we lift the chin, we're stretching the front of the body. So this is a dragon's back. A turtle back, we tuck in the tailbone, we drop the ribs, we drop the chin, we bring the shoulders forward, we're stretching the back. So it's inhale, combining the two, small triangle, dragon's back. And then large triangle, turtle back. Tuck the tailbone in, we look to the earth. Dragon's back, we look to the heavens. So those show up in all kinds of movements here. But for now, we're going to move on to King removes his helmet. And we'll be back to our balance stuff in a moment. So bring the hand to the kidney behind the back. Bring the other hand behind the head to the ear. Pull the elbow back, turn the head, look to the shoulder. And so this is the setup. And we do the same thing on the opposite side. Shoulder blades together, turn the head, look to the horizon. So here we go. Inhaling. Exhale as we look to the horizon. Inhale, we rotate the arms. Shoulder blades together. Exhale, we look to the horizon on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, we move. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale. And now we look down. So inhale. Exhale, push the elbow to the heavens, look to the earth. Inhale, we rotate. Exhale, push the elbow up, look down. So we're getting a stretch in the side of the body. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, we come around. Exhale. And we'll do one more side. Inhale. Exhale. And now we look up. So inhaling. Exhale. So one more cycle like this. Inhale, exhale. And now we add a twist. So inhale, look to the horizon. Exhale, we turn and look behind. Inhaling. Exhale. Last cycle. Inhale. Exhale. And we come on down. So now we're going to look at one of the static balance movements that we can do. So static means both feet are still on the earth, but we put all the weight on one foot here. And we're going to just have the other foot come forward and touch the earth. But there's more to it than that, of course. So this is white crane spreads wings. And so we start here. We're holding a ball in front of the body. The hands pass each other. And the top hand palm faces forward and we pull it back and it's over the head. The bottom hand palm faces back and it's next to the hip. So the arm that's up high, that leg has all the weight. The hand that's down low, that toe, bring it forward and just touch the earth. So all the weight's on the back leg and the front foot's just adding a little bit of balance. We could lift it up, but we want to keep the foot on the earth. So this is white crane spreads wings. Now draw the foot in, the hands come down, the hand comes up, and now the opposite hand's up and the other foot's forward. So we have a dragon's back here as well. So we've got ribs lifted, tailbone lifted. Inhale, we come together. Exhale, the other foot comes forward. Shoulder blades come together, lift the ribs. Inhaling. Whoops. Exhale. Inhale, we switch the weight, the hands pass. We're here like so. So inhale. Exhale. One more breath like this. And what you want, this is called a cat's paw or a false step. There's very little weight here. We're just touching the earth. And now let's do the other side. One last cycle. So this side. Again, we're just barely touching the earth. And if you want, you could even hold it slightly off the earth. And now we come on down. So that was white crane spreads wings. Next we're going to look at divide heaven and earth. Has a lot of similar movements to what we were just doing. So for this guy, we're holding a ball. And we have equal weight on our feet at the moment. And there's a couple variations that we're going to do today. So you turn the ball over. We push down, draw the fingertips up to the shoulder. We push up, draw the fingertips down towards the head. Lengthening the arm. And we want to keep the torso equal weight on both feet as we look to the horizon. Inhale. Rotate the ball. Exhale as we push up, we push down. Fingertips draw towards each other, wrists push away. Inhale. Exhale. Now one more like this. And the next one we're going to do a side body stretch here. So we're here, we turn the ball over, we push down, we push up, push the weight into the foot that has the down hand and get the shoulders one above the other. Look to the upper hand. You want to feel a stretch from the upper wrist down to the ankle. Inhale. Exhale. And now we add a twist. Push down, the bottom hand comes behind the hips. We turn the head, look behind. A nice twist in the spine. Exhale. Two more cycles like this. Last cycle. Last side. And we come on down. So that was divide heaven and earth. Now, keeping with our crane theme, we're going to look at a dynamic balance one here, and this is white crane points to the 7 stars. And I'm going to get my support here. If you're on one leg, it's important to have something that can help you recover your balance without stumbling all over the place. So having a chair, having a wall, having a countertop, something that you can touch, because you're up here and you don't want to end up, falling and moving all over the place. So it'd be great to just have something you can grab a hold of. Now, you could also back up and use a wall, but my wall is fabric. There's no support. So if I go to use it to help me stand up, I'm going to fall down. So I have a chair today. So white crane stands on white crane points to the 7 stars. There's a couple white crane movements. And so the 7 stars are over there, and they're the Big Dipper. And so what's happening here is the crane's going, look, the 7 stars. And we're looking, and the hands and the gaze is down this arm towards the 7 stars up in the heavens. So that's all fine and good. But what we add here is it's a crane. Cranes always stand on one leg. So you lift this guy up, you twist the body, and you point to the side, and you go, white crane points to the 7 stars. And we want to hold this guy up as much as possible, but if you're losing your balance, it's okay to touch. You could also bring the foot in here, which would perhaps make it a little more balanced as well. So here we go. White crane points to the 7 stars. We're here. We're looking up the arm, touch with the toe, or lift up. Whoops. And we move to the opposite side. So we come over here. 7 stars are over there this time. And we're going to lift this knee. So we're here. We twist the body. We look to the horizon. And eventually, you get the elbow and the leg to touch. And we hold for multiple breaths. So let's do one more cycle on each side here. So we're here. Sink all, and this comes back to where's the weight in our feet? Are we in the toes or are we in the heels? Are we in the big triangle or the small triangle? And you want to have the weight equal here So you want to be able to push the toes down, push the heels down, and actually grip the earth. The leg, the knee is ever so slightly bent. And we turn, we point here. So check out your foot, and then lift the knee, just the knee, not the hip. And we'll do the other side one last time. And so we're pointing off to the heavens. And we lift the knee. And so that was 7 stars. You know, the white crane points to the 7 stars. Put this guy over here for now. And next is gather the sun and press the earth. So we're still in our narrow stance here. We gather the chi from the heavens. And from the elbow to the tip of the little finger, we scrub the end of the liver meridian, which is right here, just below the ribs, down from the nipples. So here's the side, here's the center, halfway is what we're after. And so it's inhale, gathering the chi. Exhale, we scrub. Cover the kidneys. Inhale. Exhale, we come down the side of the body with a dragon's back. Inhale, we come up with a turtle back. Exhale, drop the chi into the brass basin. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going down the gallbladder meridian. Inhale, we're coming up the liver meridian. Exhale. Gathering the chi, stimulating the end of the liver meridian, covering the kidneys. Exhale, down the gallbladder. Inhale, up the liver. And exhale. So 2 more like this. Inhaling. Exhale. All right, so that was gather the sun and press the earth. Now we're going to look at another balance stance, and this one's called mountain stance. And so I'm going to get the yoga block, and we're going to use that as a prop here. This is the mountain, believe it or not. So we're just going to put the mountain down here. Now, if you're using a yoga block, there's a couple important things to consider here. You want to make sure it's the widest and the flattest side down. So it's this. So it's orientated like this on the earth. Not here, not here. It's this nice, wide, flat surface that's on the earth. This makes it a very stable piece. Also a nice, strong mountain. So mountain stance, we've spent most of our time on flat surfaces. There's no irregularity or whatever. And so using this mountain helps us to develop our sense of balance as well. And so the way it works is like this. If we're climbing a mountain, this foot's going to be higher than the foot that we're on, and then we take another step as well. So to do the mountain stance face safely, you want to have your foot completely on the block. You want to have the knee over the ankle. You don't want to be stepping like this, because then the block the mountain is going to scoot away from you and you're going to have a rough time. You could end up falling down or moving suddenly and trying to recover your balance. So the important part here is when you put the foot on, you want to have the heel on the block and the toes as well, but you want to have this knee over the ankle or maybe a bit in front of it. But you don't want to be back here, nor do you want to be way up in front. And then we take a step with the back foot, so you come up, and then we step forward and down. Now, if you had a dozen of these in a row, you could be walking along and going like so. But all I've got here today is the one. So you put the foot on, and we lift up. And so you could conceivably just do this, but it is kind of boring. So we do this, we step down, turn around, and so this is mountain stance. Lift up and step down. And what we're working on here is, being able to walk on rough surfaces and keeping track of where's the weight on my foot, where am I, and how well can I just sort of balance on that one foot as well. So we're here, we come up, and we come down. So where's the weight on my foot? Big toe, little toe. If we have equal weight, where's the knee in front of all this? And as we lift up, and am I in my big toe? Am I in my big triangle, a small triangle? I want to be well balanced, and I take that step and I come on down. And we're doing one foot after another. Anyway, that's mountain stance. We'll get this out of the way. Whatever we can do to help improve our balance. So my teacher for a long time had their studio in outside of Surprise, Arizona, and it was in a retirement community called Sunshine West. And there were no steps in the community. Everything was flat. The houses were all one level. You could open the door and walk straight in or straight out, whatever. So it was the whole place. There were no steps. So you want to make sure you're able to move and actually go up and down steps. So this mountain stance is an opportunity to check that out. And as well, you can set it up next to a wall in case there's an issue with balance there. Now let's get back to our 8 pieces of brocade. So we just finished gather the sun and press the earth. Now we're into pull bow, shoot arrow. So we need to be in horse riding stance. So we start here, we're starting here, and we step out into the stacking of the bone stance. So knee bent, the hip, the knee, the ankle, the ribs, all in a pile. So this is a stack of bone stance. And we have the same thing going on over here. And this is another thing that helps with our balance, is to be aware of where's the weight as we move from side to side. But to get to horse riding stance from here, turn the feet out about 45 degrees. Turn the heels out behind the toes, so the feet are pointing more or less straight ahead. And now, pull bow, shoot arrow. We want to slide down a wall. So you want to keep the shoulders over the hips and have the knees come forward. So when you're riding a horse, you're going up and down. So pull bow, shoot arrow. We bring the hands up, slide down that wall as we sit on the horse. So the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, all about the same height. Turn, look to the side. We push the bow away. We pull the bowstring back to the ear. Shoulder blades come together. We still look at the bow. Exhale, we release the bowstring. Inhale, we come up. Exhale. Turn, push, open the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we open the chest. Exhale, we release the bowstring. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we slide down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last cycle. Exhale. Inhale, push the bow, pull the bowstring. Exhale, we release. Last side. All right, so that was pull bow, shoot arrow. And now we're going to go back to our balance ones here, and we're going to do a movement that's called gather the sun. No, gather fish in a barrel. I'm going to get my chair again, just in case of need. So gathering fish in a barrel. It's a one-legged pose once more. And so we're going to be lifting the knee. So what happens here is we gather the fish from a barrel. And we're going to have the hands come up like this when we're done. So we start, the hands cross in front, and then we lift the knee up. So which knee do we lift? Well, you got to have the weight on one leg or the other. So we're going to put the weight on this leg. So we have this to grab a hold of just in case. And we come here, and the leg that has all the weight, that's this guy, stays on the ground. The other one, this is the fish. So we're going to gather the fish from the barrel. So lift the knee, lift the toes, and we come here. Then we bring it down, and we change feet. So inhale, and we lift on this side. Inhaling, exhale. And so remember to keep the hips stationary as you lift the leg up. Pull the belly button in, pull up the pelvic floor. Help to increase some stability. And it helps if you lift the toes as well, because that engages all the muscles in the leg and in the hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. So inhale, we're gathering fish. So lift the fish up as you lift the hands. Exhale, put it back. Inhale. And we'll do one more cycle. And it starts here. So inhale, we gather the fish. Exhale. And we gather the fish once more. And if you need to, you grab onto that wall, grab onto that countertop, grab onto that chair. And we come on down. So that was gather fish from the barrel. Let's get this guy out of the way. Back to our 8 pieces of brocade. Pull bow, shoot arrow. Cat gazes at the moon. Another one in horse riding stance. Feet are parallel, wider than the shoulders. Pull the belly button in. Lift the ribs. So we're going to be using dragon back and turtle back here. So just as a reminder, lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, bring the shoulder blades together, lift the chin. And turtle back. Tuck the tailbone in, drop the ribs, drop the chin, shoulders come forward. Turtle back, we're stretching the back. Dragon's back, we're stretching the front. Now, cat gazes at the moon. We're going to bring the hands just above the knees, and we want to have the fingers on the inside and the elbows bent. So we're here like so, and the wrists are on top of the thighs. So we have a dragon's back. Lift the tailbone, lift the chin, drop the ribs. Turtle back, tuck the tailbone, drop the chin, look back through the legs, lift the ribs. Inhale, look to the horizon as the ribs come down, the tailbone comes up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the ribs, look back. Inhale, new stuff. Look to the horizon, this is a dragon's back. And we drop the shoulder, exhale, we turn the head and look to the heavens. So you're looking to get the shoulders one above the other. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, turtle back. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, drop the shoulder, look to the heavens. Big twist in the spine. Inhale, look to the earth. Heaven? No, look to the horizon. Exhale, look to the earth. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, drop the shoulder, turn the head, look to the heavens. Inhale, dragon's back. Exhale, turtle back. Inhale, dragon's back. Drop the shoulder, exhale, twist the spine, look to the heavens. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, we drop the shoulder, turn the head, look to the heavens. Last side, coming up. And inhale, we come on up. All right, so now the next balance pose, and I'm going to bring the chair over here. I'll put it back here. This is a better place. So this is Golden Rooster stands on one leg. So for this guy, put this foot forward so I can grab a hold of this if need be. But Golden Rooster stands on one leg. You bring the back leg up like so. Let me just do it facing your way. So Golden Rooster stands on one leg. This hand pushes down, this hand pulls up, and it pulls up this leg. So this leg's got all the weight. And the chair's here in case I need to grab it. And we're going to do this position here. So Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Put the weight on this foot. This hand, palm pushes down. This hand lifts this leg up. And we want to hold for a breath or two. So we're here, centering the weight. Remember, large triangle, small triangle. Where's our weight? We want to have equal weight in the heel and the toe. Knee is slightly bent. Tailbone's tucked in. Belly button's pulled in. Push down. Pull up, and we look to the horizon. Lift the toes of the lifted leg. Don't lift the hips. And it's good to have the chair here just sort of touch for balance. Now we go to the opposite side. This hand comes down. This hand lifts the foot, and we check where our weight is in our leg. And we switch again. Palm pushes down, knife edge pulls up. One more breath. Change sides. Some sides are better than others. Some days are better than others. All right. So let's get this out of the way. So that we're going back. We have King rides his horse with fiery eyes. So we're back in horse riding stance. Holding the reins. The other hand just below the ribs. So inhale to the elbow, to the wrist, back to the elbow. Scrub the end of the liver meridian. Inhale, scrubbing the liver meridian again, to the elbow, to the wrist. Exhale, We stare intensely to the horizon. Exhale. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale. And all this time, the second knuckle is in the same place in our vision as we have a fixed gaze to the horizon. Exhale, we lower down. Inhale. Exhale. So one more cycle. Last side. And come on up. Bring the feet back together. So the next one we're doing here, we need our chair again, just in case. The wall, the chair, countertop, whatever we can grab in case our balance becomes an issue. So this one is called Buddha Palm Mortar from the Sky. And one of my students, when I first introduced that, she went, "Oh, greet the salesman at the door." And here's why. So we're standing here. This foot's turned off to the side a little bit. And what you're going to do is we're going to lift this leg and we're going to come forward and down. And so we're, from the side, it looks like this. So we come up and we step forward. But we're doing something interesting with the palms. So the leg that's stepping forward, make a Buddha palm, open hand, palm up. The other one, you make a light fist, and this is the mortar coming from the sky. So Buddha palm, mortar from the sky. So just focusing on the hands for a moment. So this hand is up, this one comes up, and this is a light fist. And what's going to happen is you're going to bring the back of the hand down into the palm. So it looks like this, Buddha palm, mortar from the sky. And it lands in the palm like this. And so what happens is, here's the Buddha palm, here's the mortar. As I lift the mortar up, I lift the leg. And then I step, and I bring the palm, or the hand, into the palm as I step forward. So we inhale, exhale. And so the whole idea, obviously, is to keep the balance while we got just one foot on the ground. So let's try the other side now. So this leg has all the weight. This leg is going to step forward. That's the palm, the Buddha palm. This is the mortar. We lift the foot, and the foot lands, and the hand lands in the palm at the same time. So we come up, and again. So, and the other side. So inhale, exhale. And now we're going to alternate from side to side. Be good to have two chairs here, but I've got the one. So this leg first, Buddha palm. Nope, sorry. We lift, and now the other side. We lift the hand up. All right, Buddha palm, mortar, step. And the other side. Buddha palm, mortar, step. And shifting your weight. Of course, you could do it one after the other going forward. Lose your balance maybe. And another step. So Buddha palm, mortar from the sky, doing it standing still or actually taking steps. And all this is helping to build our sense of balance, because it's where's our weight on our feet? Big toe, little toe, whichever. And can I lift a leg and keep balance? So it's a key of you don't want to lift the hip up when you lift the leg. And now I see that our time is pretty much up. So we'll wrap up for today with our 5-direction meditation. So you want to be in the stacking of the bone stance here, because we are moving from side to side. So we start here with advance, weights in the toes. Retreat, weights in the heels. Move to the left, stack of bones on this side. Move to the right, stack of bones on this side. And then stay in the center, checking the feet. Where's our weight? Exhale. Inhale, advance, small triangle. Exhale, retreat, large triangle. Inhale, stack of bones to the left. Inhale, stack of bones to the right. And then staying in the center, equal pressure between the small triangle and the large triangle. So the red phoenix straight ahead. The dark blue turtle behind. The green dragon to the left. The silver gray tiger to the right. And the yellow golden center. So this is early summer, winter, spring, fall, late summer. One last cycle. And that's it for today.